Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says an entire country is in shock and mourning in the wake of a deadly bus crash in the province of Saskatchewan. There was an outpouring of grief across Canada at news of the collision between a bus carrying a junior ice hockey team and a semi-trailer. The Humboldt Broncos team, which has members aged between 16 and 21, were en route on Friday to a playoff game. At least 15 people have been confirmed dead in the crash. Details have been slow to trickle out in the wake of the tragedy, and the identities of the deceased have not yet been released by authorities. Tom Strashnitsky said his son Ryan is in hospital in Saskatoon with a serious back injury, and told his father that he can't feel his legs. The family flew to his bedside on Saturday to be with him. He keeps asking about his team and coaches. "I say, I don't know, son," he told the Newsbay from his home in Airdrie, Alberta. Mr. Trudeau said in a statement that our national hockey family is a close one, with roots in almost every town, small and big, across Canada. He has received calls of condolences from other world leaders, including U.S. President Donald Trump. Rob Munch, mayor of the 6,000 population city of Humboldt where the team are based, said it will take years for the community to come to grips with the tragedy. "Throughout Canada we see teams going out into the Canadian winters on buses all the time, and it's always a thought in parents' and fans' minds about what could happen," he said. "There is no playbook on what to do in cases like this." The Humboldt Broncos, who play in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, were traveling to a game against the Nipawin Hawks. Nipawin Apostolic Church lead pastor Jordan Gadsby told the Newsbay he opened his church to families shortly after learning of the crash. "The worst part of the night was sitting with and watching parents cry as they waited to find out if their son was alive or not," he said. "It's an awful tragedy. I wish we could redo yesterday. But we can't. We have tomorrow instead." The lorry and bus collided on Friday at around 17 o'clock local time, 23 o'clock GMT, on Highway 35, north of Tisdale. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police said 29 people including the driver were on the bus at the time, and 15 people were killed. The other 15 passengers have been taken to hospital. 2 remain in critical condition. The lorry driver was not injured in the collision. Police said on Saturday they have yet to determine the cause of the crash. Miles Shumlansky, father of one of the Broncos players, described the scene as a disaster to the Saskatoon Star-Phoenix paper. "We had a crane lifting the bus," he said. "It is not yet known who has died. There were ice hockey coaches on the bus in addition to team members." Photographs on social media showed several of the players comforting each other in hospital. News of the crash has shocked Canada, where ice hockey is a national sport and loved by many. Humboldt Broncos president Kevin Geringer extended his deepest sympathies to the injured, the deceased, and their loved ones. "We ask all members of the SASK hockey community to join us in saying a prayer for the Humboldt Broncos team and their families. We are heartbroken and completely devastated by the tragedy that occurred yesterday." Hockey fans, players, and teams also expressed their condolences. The young athletes who play in the Saskatchewan League and similar organizations often go on to play for colleges or for major junior teams across North America. Some are picked up by the National Hockey League. "Words cannot describe the loss that we feel tonight. The news I have heard is difficult to comprehend. Our province." End of Facebook post by Scott Moe. One GoFundMe page, set up to support the families and players, raised over $1,735,000, in just 18 hours. Another GoFundMe fundraiser raised over 100,000 Cordobas in 11 hours. Canada has experienced similar tragedies before. In 1986, on a frigid and blustery late December day, a bus carrying the Swift Current Broncos junior hockey team hit a patch of black ice on a Saskatchewan stretch of the Trans-Canada Highway, killing 4 players. Since 1987, Western Hockey League team uniforms have been adorned with a clover patch in remembrance of the young men killed that day. A roadside monument was erected at the crash site 30 years later. Did you witness the crash? Share your experiences by emailing haveoyoursa at. Please include a contact number if you are willing to speak to a News Bay journalist. You can also contact us in the following ways.